Hi everyone, the Lone Wolf here. Welcome back to the Sunday recap, my weekly vlog where I cover my last week in gaming or so. And let's start with EVE Online. I played a bit less than average in EVE Online. I did manage to keep the blueprint copy business going, so that's actually going really well. I'm still making a few 100 million ISK a week from selling blueprint copies through the contract system. I think I'm starting to find the right average price ranges and the right prices for the different blueprint copies that I'm selling to have a nice turnover of these copies. So it's looking like in a week or two I'll have to restart my production in order to keep the business running. But I think enough people are basically preparing for the next set of structures as well. So this business is very much alive, and for me it's going quite nicely. Next to that, I did just a little bit of mining. I joined the mining fleet in Natal a few times, did some refining, and I unloaded some of the minerals that I had started to stock up. But yeah, nothing extremely active, nothing very busy or intensive in EVE Online, other than the mass test. I did join the mass test when that one started, and it was pretty damn impressive. At the height of the mass test, we had more than 500 people. And considering that it is during the summer and there were no real new features announced or to be tested, this came as a bit of a surprise to me, because it was just about a rewrite of the missile code and some new visuals when it comes to the damage on the ships. So it was really nothing that special, and despite that, more than 500 people showed up. That's actually really a pretty impressive number for a mass test. And so CCP took the chance. I think we had to shoot on the Citadel for like 20 minutes, which also caused a little bit of tie-dye and yeah, quite a bit of stress on the clients. But CCP definitely kept us going in order to get all the data that they needed, and there was horrendous tie-dye during the PvP fight. But since we didn't have that many fax machines on grid this time, I actually blew up pretty quickly. And so I managed to be released from tie-dye decently quickly as well. But yeah, I think this mass test was a pretty damn good mass test. It was pretty successful. I didn't notice any game-breaking bugs. I didn't notice people reporting really big problems with the clients or anything like that. And so it's part of what CCP does for EVE Online. They continuously try to improve the client, improve the servers, improve performance, and so it's good to see that they're still working on that people are willing to come out and test that sort of stuff, and that it seems to be pretty damn successful without really big problems or anything like that. So looking really good. Of course, what I'm really looking forward to is the next set of structures. So next to EVE Online, I tried to play some Overwatch. That didn't work out that well. I managed to keep up with my ranked play on Monday and Tuesday, but because it's extremely busy at my real life job at the moment, for the second half of the week I just didn't have the energy to dive into Overwatch that much. So I'm gonna try to keep it up. I still enjoy the game, but I also realize now that you need the right mindset, you need the right amount of energy to actually play something that's this intense. You just dive in, you've got instant action, you've got stuff happening all over the place, and you need to pay some attention, especially in ranked play, in order to, well, not let your team down. The good news is that Blizzard is actively developing the game, and the first new hero, Anna, you can see it right here, should be coming to the game pretty soon. And I think since Blizzard promised that all maps and all future characters would just become free DLC, everyone that bought the base game is gonna have access to them, so they're gonna keep the player base together. I think that is really good, because if Blizzard can continuously come out with small updates, new heroes, new maps, new game modes, it's gonna be a lot easier for people like me that play Overwatch in a very casual manner to drop off a little bit in activity. But then when something new comes out that interests us, we can jump back into the game, try to have a fresh start, maybe try a new season or something like that, and then just keep enjoying the game for the longer term, because as I've said, when you're in my situation, for instance, and you're really tired when you come home from work, you don't always have time to play an hour or an hour and a half of Overwatch, because it's just a little bit too intense. And so what do I do then? It's something that I almost always do when I need to recover my energy. I switched to Banished, so I definitely played a lot of Banished in the second half of the week. I'm making a new city. You guys still owe the video on the previous city, so I'll see when I find the right opportunity to upload that. But yeah, Banished, it is so relaxed. It's so much fun to just plan ahead a little bit, give your orders right, place your buildings where you want them, and then to just watch your little Banished guys start working on all of that. And then, you know, you've got a little bit of downtime, you can definitely relax. And this is one of those games that I do enjoy playing when I need to recover some energy. One thing that happened after that is that I got a free key for Rimworld from the developer because the game launched on Steam. So that was a very pleasant surprise. I was looking for a new game to play, but I didn't want it to be something extremely intense like another shooter or another MMO. I couldn't tackle that at the moment. And so Rimworld, if I'd have to describe it right now, I would describe it as an extremely complex Banished. And so that is something that came as a very pleasant surprise to me. It's something that I will probably try to devote a decent amount of time to, because it is complex, it's very in-depth. You can see that, I think, just from the screenshots, but it also has research. All of the characters have personalities. You have a lot more stuff to manage than in Banished, but it's very similar gameplay to Banished. You basically plan out your colony, decide I want to build a building here, I want to build some resources there, I want to build this and that everywhere, and then your colonists are just going to start doing the work as they are able to do it, or if they are able to do it. And that means that it's mostly just planning and then letting the game do the execution of your planning. So it's looking like a pretty fun game. I'm going to try to find out more about it, to learn more about the game and cover it as we go along. But yeah, this was an extremely pleasant surprise to actually receive a review copy of Rimworld to cover for you guys, and it came at exactly the right time, because I was looking for something else to devote some time into. I must be honest, last week at work did surprise me. It was just very chaotic, really busy, but something like this I still feel I could manage, like maybe over the weekends, and then just play a little bit in the evenings or something like that. And that's exactly what I'm planning to do. For the future, I should maybe say that I'm still expecting 3 to 4 weeks of very busy times at my real life job. So that does mean that I don't have that much time to devote to EVE Online, that much energy to play very intense stuff. So I'll try to keep it up with a video a day, but I'm just not sure how much I'll be able to manage. Anyways, that's going to be it for this Sunday recap then, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, I'll see you guys next time.